YouTube, what is going on? It's Lodestar today with another Dark Illusion Gaming video, and here today I have for you a straightforward, super easy, quick guide to complete an Easter egg on Rave in the Redwoods. This is assuming you have built and upgraded your Vlad or your crossbow. So the first thing you're going to need to do is run into the recreational area after you've opened Pack a Punch, seen Kevin, and it will give you a photograph, specifically a photograph of a bit of the face scrubbed out. What you can then do is come to the fire pit with yourself and the other players you're with. It will say press and hold square to press item. This will initiate a Rave Mode, and this is where you have to shoot just the arms off of the zombies. Every time you shoot the arms off of a zombie in this certain area, it will collect souls into a soul trap. You can see this by every time, obviously, the one that is successful, a blue soul will enter the floor. If you fail this, a nuke will go off and you will not get a max ammo, and I believe a slasher will spawn, but it is then needed to be completed again. You will know when you've done this by shooting enough arms off of the zombies, because it will spawn like a sparkling blue thing on the floor, and it will ask you to inspect item. It will look just like this. As soon as you pick this up, it will spawn a slasher in your face, so be very careful here. You have a limited time to kill him here, so hit him with everything you've got, your bows, grenades, everything. Once you've done that, it will drop a max ammo, kill the zombies, and will ask you to inspect another item. Once you've done this, it will then show you a photograph again with the face unscribbled out. Go see Kevin Smith again, nice and straightforward. At this point, it will then spawn the second half of the photograph onto the map. It's just upstairs in the spawn room, spawn building, and it is the same photo, just with the other face scribbled out. So nice and straightforward here. Just jump back down into the recreational area where the DJ set is, and it'll ask you to do the same thing again. Here is where I recommend you get a balloon trap. So a blue, yellow gems will craft you a balloon trap every single time, and it's so handy for this bit, and in just a moment you'll see why. Because the next hold area that you need to do is purely just removing the legs from the zombies. It's exactly the same as the arm one as before, except this time obviously the legs will come off. This will collect the souls into the jar. As soon as that is completed, it will then do the same thing as before. It will show you a little blue sparkly thing. It'll ask you to inspect the item. Once again, it will spawn a slasher straight onto the item that you're inspecting. Same story again, it's quite repetitive, this one. You have a limited time to kill him. The Rave Vision will go. Once he then dies, he will drop a max ammo like before, and they'll be in the same place as before, just where that player was standing there. It will say inspect element again, and it will give you the second half of the photograph. So what you then have to do, run back over to Kevin, and this will then spawn the skull in the spawn building basement, so next to the zombie. It will give you the photograph here. This is bringing us on to our final step of basically the Easter egg before you're ready to go to the boss fight. So all you need to do from here now is run down to the waterfront or the boathouse, and again it's the last defense sort of soldier collection area.
Who's that over there? Jet mate, where are you going, bud?
So as soon as the Rave Vision is started again for this soul collection, all you have to do is shoot all of the zombies in the head. Same as like the other ones before for the Anthem Laser, obviously this one is just shooting the zombies in the head. And then as soon as you've got enough for these again, after the souls keep dropping and dropping and dropping, it will do the same as the other two. It will offer you an item to inspect. Again, it's going to be like a sparkling blue piece there that you can see on the floor. Once again, as soon as you hit that, it will spawn you a slasher. Again, same story as before, limited time to kill him, so hit him with everything you've got. Gas grenades are really good, the bows are quite strong. There you go, it will drop the nuke and max ammo. You know you can do it, and then it will offer you to pick up the photo. The photo is now complete, so there is essentially one last thing you need to do before you are ready to go on and take the boss fight. So you go down into the basement in the spawn building once again, and there will be some flashing lights on the wall. This is going to be dependent on how many players you're playing with. So in this case there was 3, so all 3 of you have to be at the same time. Press and hold square and listen for this sound. Once the sound has gone off, that is, like I said, the last part. So you can run on down to the boathouse and you will see waiting in the boat for you is Kevin Smith. That is it. That's all you need to do to get to the boss fight. The boss fight on this is pretty straightforward, again quite repetitive. So you'll get there, he'll throw you out of the boat. What you have to do is you have to run around the island and again collect more souls basically to these floating things. There is, it varies depending on the players, but there's a certain number of these around the island. When you get kills, the souls go into the jar or the collection point and it raises it off the floor. You've got to keep killing the zombies around this area, around the island, on the areas. Once they're completed, they will look like this. It will be a big cone of light going up into the sky. You have to get them all into that state. Once that is then done, it will spawn a circle like this on the island. The locations do seem to mix up slightly, but you have to get the big guy into the circle. As soon as you get him in, shoot him in the marked spot and it will deactivate the Rave Vision. Once the Rave Vision is gone, this starts one part of the dynamic of the boss fight. So there will be a highlighted area on the boss, like in this case on his arm there, that you have to shoot. One of the best things to use is a pack-a-punch assault rifle. It is incredibly strong against him. Just keep doing this and keep doing it and keep doing it. He will then jump up onto the roof of the building and it will spawn these green circles on the island. You have to be in one of these green circles at this point, otherwise it will instantly down you. There is no two ways about it. They seem to spawn behind all of the rocks. Once you're in them, it will spawn skeletons that are very hard to kill with a weapon, so use your bow. This will last sort of about 30 seconds.
Right.
And the process will start again. That's all you have to do, is just keep doing that. You'll do this 3 times. This will then bring you to this phase of the boss fight, which is the final part. And he then becomes vulnerable. So just hit him with everything you've got. Just the scratch post that I used here, so the claw, and he will just inevitably die. He will obviously catch fire and slowly melt into the ground. That is the boss fight done. It's quite simple, it's just repetitive. You have to keep running around the island, nice trains, use your bows, it's very generous with max ammos, and go forward from there. That's all you have to do. It will then drop the soul key where the slasher died, so you can see one of the players is down there. I was going to go get him, but I wanted to show you guys the soul key, and it just worked out very well. So there it is. That is all you have to do. Quite straightforward. Guys, if you've enjoyed the video and you find it handy, please leave it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't done so already. I'd like to make some more zombies tutorial videos for you guys, and just let me know what you think.
I told you.